I know I just disappointed you all because you already saw this, but so the internet, hello internet. Mark says hi.
Hi, Mom.
Today we're going over Sabaki. So I want to show you actually just one of the more famous, classic Sabaki positions. And this is a little overdone. I understand this is not a real board position, but just to get you in the spirit of what Sabaki is, because Sabaki is all about making shape. Especially when you're not in your own area of influence, when you're in your opponent's side of the board. How can you make these really flexible shapes that, your opponent will maybe eat a stone or two, but you'll get what you want. And so in this example, we have 3 white stones here that are just tragically doomed to die, right? No, we could try to save them all. And I'm sure every cue player out there is going, hey, we can play a stone there and connect them all and prevent Black from this, double Atari business, and it just looks great, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. No, this is terrible. Mm-hmm. Because what happens if Black takes this Atari?
Oh, a stone's an Atari.
Well, we can fix that problem.
Oh.
And what happens if Black peeps here?
What?
Oh. We can say, we can fix that problem. And then Black plays here, and at this point, we made Sabaki, right? We made a nice shape. No. Yeah, this is terrible. Because you're just a giant turkey, right? There is no shape here. There's nothing these stones can do. You just made them fatter and more points for Black to eat them. So this was actually not a very flexible shape, right? If we have to respond and try to save all these stones. If you're committing yourself to saving all these, you're going to have a bad time. Okay, so that's kind of the thing we're going to see in many of these problems. So what are some other options? How can we use these stones to make our moves more flexible, give us the potential to make shape, but maybe not actually commit to them all? You guys have any examples? How do you like this one?
Later.
Yeah, this is not good either, right? Why is this not good?
It's very not light.
It's very not light, right? Black plays here. And are you gonna you can try to run out, but it's actually very difficult. And number 2, you can try to make, or you can just make eyes, right? This is your option. Both of these are very cramped, very difficult things to do. Not very flexible, not very exciting. Because, Black will just say, no eyes for you. Or maybe one eye. You're allowed one eye.
You can attack your way out.
Yeah, we can say, hey, maybe I can make another eye over here. All right, we can just sort of play this game. You guys play games like this? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Where we're still not really alive, but in the meantime, what is Black getting?
Half of the board.
Yeah, Black already first of all sealed this off for an extra 10 points there. We're starting to build, you can see this wall building here. Mm-hmm. So invariably when you do finally live or get out, Black will just come back and play a move here. How does this look for Black?
Amazing.
Better.
Oh, it looks amazing, yeah. This is just you get the 10 points over here, you get the 40 points over here, done. Okay? We don't want to make our stones heavy. So, what do? What type of moves are we looking for? I think that was somewhere over there. Maybe it was there. I don't know. How about this one? This is a pretty weird looking move, right? But it's actually a good Sabaki move. Because number 1, how does Black attack it from the outside?
Pretty tough.
There's a lot of space over here, right? It's very difficult. If we try to just do this, White can just run out with any of these types of moves. Furthermore, we can start looking at actually making some of the shapes over here that we couldn't make before. In this case, perhaps just here is actually just nice. If Black takes this double Atari, you know what? We say, that's fine, boss. I'm just going to go live over here. And it just sort of flows like water, right? When you're making these Sabaki shapes, I think this is when you most clearly feel like you're playing this very fluid game, right? Your opponent presses on this water balloon over here, right? So the water balloon squirts and splatters on the other end, right? So, okay, this is what I want you to be inspired by, right? These types of moves. Other options, White could also play here. This is not this one. This one or this one. These are also good Sabaki shapes. This one's just sort of the faster, most classic one. And Black, of course, plays here again. You go, you know what? That's great. You eat that stone. That stone is good for you. You can still either continue to get out, attach, make eyes, continue to make some sort of flexible, annoying shape. And at some point, you can even come back and play this Atari and threaten Ko and take back the eyes that your opponent was trying to prevent. Okay? Was fun? Good. Let's go look at some problems, because we put up 6 problems, and they're pretty difficult problems. These were way above many of the players here. However, if at the end of the day you can understand these problems, I think your Go skill just like went up an immediate, 2/3 of a step. Right? If you get this fluid feeling from these problems. You guys are all still just too fried, I think, to realize that. Yes. All right, but anyway, all these problems are black to play. And what's the problem on this board?
Black has a weak shape there.
Where?
Lower left corner.
Yeah, we actually have this pretty heavy group that's mostly surrounded by white stones. It's kind of out a little bit. But we also have 2 black stones here that are not doing much yet. And if white were to continue playing, white can either just, basically finish off the shape, build this while continuing attacking, or perhaps even just jump out and expand over here while attacking. In some variations, we might even be able to play this really severe move. I haven't actually read this out to see if this works or not, but all these things will continue putting a lot of pressure on this group. Of course, if this group dies, the game is kind of over, because it's really hard for black to make up enough points anywhere else in this board to compensate. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about a 40-point corner here. Very difficult. There's really like 30 points best over here, so yeah, we can't let this thing die. So how do we like save it and get out and get the best result we can?
I know. You can live.
We can cower in fear. This is actually a really nice move. It's not the best result move. This is the cower in fear approach to playing Go. And sometimes you need to do that. There are problems with this move, though. Well, number 1, what happens with this peep?
Make an eye.
Well, there are ways.
There are ways. We can make this exchange.
Yeah, the corner is bigger, right?
Well, it depends. I mean, I'm not saying white will do this now, but what happens if white has this over here?
Yeah, I see. So if it's
Right.
worthwhile.
So with this, like these 2 stones are not alive at all. Right? These 2 stones are not connected to your group. Because if you just connect, or even make this bamboo joint, white plays down here, and you go, oh, I can make an eye over here. And then white's like, well, maybe. Maybe. And they're like, aha, I have my eye. And they're like, no, dumbass, you didn't play there. Because I peeped there. Okay, you understand? Is there really a Ko?
Well, if you make this first,
Really?
can you not? Is that not a Ko-eye?
Where's the Ko eye?
If you play here.
That's not Ko-ai.
No?
It's just...
The shapes are, it's all very dangerous, but there's not.
There is a Ko-ai if you really want it.
Other side.
Because there's
Oh,
this
this side.
Aji. But anyway,
That's not.
it's black's just bad.
It's
Bad Go player.
I don't. Okay. Bad Go player. Okay.
Well, obviously.
Sorry, we can cower in fear. Like this move will make us safe, but we don't necessarily get all the points we want. These 2 stones are not necessarily connected to our group, and white can push us around. So I'm gonna say that's not the best result. Oh, thank you. What's another idea? I saw some of you guys try this move and say, hey, wouldn't it be cool if I just ate those 2 stones? Wouldn't that be cool, Mr. White player?
Yeah.
And white player's like, yeah, that's totally cool.
Nope.
That's not how Go works. What would white do here?
Bend around.
Yeah, white just comes out this way. And you can say, aha, but now I can capture this stone.
Ladder is no good.
But then white's like, yeah, look, I have a ladder. You actually don't capture this stone. So then you're like, okay, well, I got that move in for free. Maybe I can play here and give white this free move, and then I can jump. And look at me, I'm out, I'm so strong, I'm the bestest Go player in the world. Well, first of all, white's just going to continue to pressure you because you still don't have 2 eyes yet.
Those 2 are dead.
And these 2 black stones are not having a good life right now. All right, if you try to run them out, this is just going to make this stronger. We're going to have the same problem all over again. Like we're just giving white points. We're not gaining anything. This doesn't look very
Kill some stones.
good. feels like we gotta kill something.
Could you go here?
We can. Does it do anything?
No.
Or just blacks.
Even if we just play here, what's your next move?
My next move?
The same thing as the first one.
Do you play this one? The one that just coward and fear move?
True. Exactly.
We're best
Okay.
friends.
This is just the cower and fear move with 1 extra exchange.
So you should capture on that side.
All right, what are your other ideas?
This one was what I was thinking of that you told me was not.
This one
Yeah.
looks pretty good. Because what is this move threatening?
Miai.
Catch the white stone.
Yeah, we can play here and say, you know what, little guys, you're mine, right? You can just be like, I eat you. But if white doesn't allow that to happen, let's say white gets out here or here, and we can debate. That might be a little bit better in this case. You can say, aha, I capture this stone. This is a pretty good way to play. It's not the best answer. But this idea is pretty good because we got our weak black group out. Furthermore, we actually have potential to build points over here. But there's a little bit of a shape defect, right? We have moves like this later. And first of all, is this an eye? No, it's actually a false eye. We can still get out, but it's not a full eye. Furthermore, you know, when we play this way, we're giving white a lot, like now it's no longer our side. You guys see how we thought this was all going to be black points? It was looking good, but within like 2 moves, we just had that taken away from
White
us.
is swept in.
What if we do which one?
Descend.
Oh boy. Okay, I'm just gonna reset. Ah, it's getting worse. It's like this.
Yeah.
These are black stone.
Okay.
Yes.
So then you capture, and then when white does this, what if you play on the outside?
That's a pretty interesting idea.
That's too painful for black.
I kind of wonder. First of all,
Oh, you're gonna cut again. My group.
there might be this cut here, which is kind of cool. Oh no, there's no.
No,
cut
I
here,
just
never mind.
take.
Yeah, you just take. Okay, just take.
Okay. So then,
This is bad for black.
Sorry, camera.
oh, I guess there's still that. Oh, it's
There-
horrible.
there's-
It's just horrible.
there's
Let's
cut,
go
cut.
back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
like it looks like it's good, but we still have a defect. That's a good idea. Wouldn't it be better if we just like kill that stone outright?
Yeah.
Like kill this white stone
Be great.
instead of like. So some of you guys are just saying, hey, we can just say, hey, I want that stone. This is not good.
Back and capture.
You can say, aha, we can get these 2 stones. Can you?
No.
Almost.
Almost. It's close.
It comes really close.
Complicated.
It's very complicated, but you guys should be able to read this out. Next move. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So now it gets a little tricky. right?
I'm not sure if you want. I think you want to play this one first.
You want to cut first? Okay. Yeah, that's right. Jonathan also did this first. This one seems to be,
Okay.
and then this obviously extend. White connects. But now, like I was saying, that obviously black needs to push,
Telephone? What the hell?
and if white
Someone just want to answer the telephone and just say Seattle Go Center, go away.
just extends,
Maybe not the go away part.
right?
Yep.
We're busy.
Then I was like, what if?
Oh, we do this kind of fight.
Yeah.
No, I didn't
Yeah.
consider this.
And then
I didn't consider this.
right, so that maybe black can get something.
Whoa, why can't be like that?
Yeah,
Needs
can't.
either
White needs
this-
to take, right.
Yeah.
So then if white takes, black can at least
Okay.
get something. But
Well-
this is too much.
Yeah, this is a lot to give up.
Yeah.
Because, you know, this.
Additional. Fun.
Yeah, we increase our sacrifice by an additional
Yes.
4 stones.
It's,
We did get 3.
well, it's not completely dead here.
It's not.
So like now if white cap,
But
well,
this capture is
fine.
actually worth more than this
Yes,
capture.
I
This is in the middle of the board. And
yes.
okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. It's not the book answer. But there are some things to be considered. None of these are here. None of these are here.
I'm really curious about the book answer.
Really curious.
Yeah.
For real.
Well, here I'll show you the book answer. Book answer says play here.
Wow.
Okay. So white needs to escape that.
Yes. And so we're going to start this. We're going to make white commit on this side.
Oh boy.
And this is where, you know, being a Q player just is a terrible thing. Because you have to make this type of sacrifice, like this is like a very committed, directed sacrifice, and you have to be able to read the next moves. Now you play this move. And now we ask white, do you want to be committed to that stone? So we said, do you want to commit to those? Do you want to commit to those? And if white is committed to everything, we're going to run them together and smack down the first group that blinks. It's super evil, because white plays here.
This is like we're splitting the cake.
Play here.
Take a
Now,
piece.
this is...
And I think we can just, no, we need one.
No, we'll push one more.
Push, yeah.
There you go.
That works.
And now we just cover.
So here's a question. If you switch the order of this, which was something that like you could look at, which is if you just take this first.
Yeah.
And if white runs, and then you do this kind of thing, does this not revert to kind of the same? Except it's not as cleanly captured, maybe?
Well, number one, it's not as cleanly captured, and we got a good exchange in this case, right? You know, if we're going to do that.
Commit the extra stone.
You know, it's
very subtle.
You're totally...
it's very, very subtle.
Right. Yeah.
If we play this first, it might also be the kind of thing
Or there's a trick.
where white has a better move over here. I'm not sure if that's better or not. Maybe I'm lying.
You'd still want to take the Panyuki, I think.
Yeah. But now,
But now white has, right, a bigger capture.
a better shape to capture this. Because if we look at the shape that should have happened,
Okay.
so here,
So subtle. So good.
here, when we play this move, at this point, white,
Yeah.
you know, needs to do something. So if white plays this move is really problematic.
Shorts your own abilities.
Right, because, yeah, it's well, if we take this, white has to still play another move. And yes, this is captured, but look how much smaller and compact white is. Right, so we didn't capture on a very large scale.
Probably here,
Cleaner. Capture cleaner.
because this doesn't even really capture.
That doesn't
This
capture,
actually captures.
Yeah, so you need that. But this one still has Aji.
Very, very limited.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this one, never mind. Don't play this one. This one just doesn't work, but I'm just saying that if you capture, if you try this push capture thing, you guys see how this move works? If you block over here, what's the next move? No one knows. Okay, good. We play here. If we block here, let's play here.
Options.
Oh, do we cut again? No. Atari.
Push.
I'm out of stones.
Push.
Sorry. All right, so black can make those live again.
That was great.
That was great. That should be another problem. There you go. It's a Tsuji problem. Find a shape point to annoy white. So anyway, here. This is you know, I think this is a combination of reading and again having that feeling of these stones like flowing back and forth, and making your opponent commit to something. This is not at all correct.
Could
Two
this
stones here.
in part be a matter of not getting too stuck to any one particular attack or something?
Yeah, I'm also realizing I'm really hesitant to tell Q players this because you guys are going to start throwing stones on two sides of a dead group and just get everything killed. So unless you have really accurate reading skills,
Yeah.
you know, playing a bad move over here to get a bad move over here to get a bad move over here that's just not going to help your game. But it's a really nice subtlety. Again, using one group, right, threatening on one side, and then driving another weak group towards that weakness.
So in a sense, we've made this white group force us to put a black stone here, which is up against this one.
That's right.
White made us do that.
I know, it's terrible. White just makes us do the most terrible things. At any point, white could just give up. White could say, you know what, I just need to eat that. And you go, you know what, that's great. You gave up, you lost the game. Because not only is this black group really strong now, This corner can be reduced to nothing now. This white group is not at all completely settled the situation. We are strong and we can build this. We don't have the same Aji from this problem that we had with the shape Lucy made. So it's very, very subtle. But again, I want you to get a feeling for this flow, right? This flow of like, oh, you have a weakness here, you have a weakness here. Let me run your two weaknesses together and put my stone right in between the two of them. Okay, let's try it again, because this problem is actually remarkably similar. All right, who can tell me what's going on this board?
Okay.
Yep.
So black has.
Oh, she's rewinding time. This is pre-problem theory.
White has responded on this way.
Lucy wants to show you how you got yourself into this
Black
mess.
attaches, white pushes up, black pushes up, and white cuts.
And here, since we're doing history, do you guys all know this response, this reduction? On a fifth line, on a third line stone, right? And your opponent responds here, and you know this is the most severe follow-up. But this is also the one that scares Q players because there's a lot of variations, and ladders are really important. But Q players almost always play here. Right, when you don't have the ladder, usually the proper response for white is to actually just taunt underneath. Q players will never do that. They are just like animals. They're just like, look, that stone is not connected. That stone's not connected. Ha! I win the game. or they think, oh, I'm going to have such ghost spirit. I'm going to disconnect my opponent's stones and fight. And it's true, right? This is how you do that.
Kind of looks like a living group on both sides. smack them both, and then where are you going to run?
Yeah, look, this looks great for white. Like, hey, look, little two black stones, you got nothing. Look, little black stone, you got nothing.
Except it's black's turn.
Except it's black's turn. That's the only thing black has going for him. So what do we do?
Kill everything.
Well,
Atari.
Half of it.
we can kill something.
Above all, Atari.
Above all Atari, all right, which Atari?
The white stone. The one that's right in the
There's two ways to Atari it.
Push them out to the center.
There's only one way.
Okay, play the Q way. This is the Q way with a capital K. And then?
Keep extending.
No. Not that Q-y.
Actually, I don't think keep extending is actually that bad. Like it's already worse than the best.
If you're going to extend, you
Yeah.
want to extend the other side.
Oh, this side?
Yeah.
Okay.
But we do have this cut problem, and now this Hane is also actually surprisingly bad.
Yeah.
We'd expect a Q player to usually defend this cut. Now what does white do?
So we just
Yeah, I think just stand. And now what?
make two eyes.
Like we can try to live really
Good
small,
luck.
but it's not going to work out. We have to keep running.
It's
Keep running.
possible to live in here. No?
What?
Yeah, like this. You make this first,
Yeah, definitely not.
You have to run.
and then push, and then come back.
Feels co.
Yeah,
if you
it
want to
does
make
feel
two
co,
eyes,
if
it
you're
feels
right.
co.
It feels very
I haven't just at a
So
glance.
run.
Okay, so we run.
Run.
All right, what's the problem with running?
You're giving white more stuff on both sides.
You're making white strong.
Not nowhere to go.
Well, number one,
You're not making it.
white could even just pace,
Yeah.
right, and just say, you know what, I'm going to be strong, and not do anything creative, and then use this strength to start considering
Invasion.
invasion points over here. And meanwhile, your group's still not alive. If white is more creative, perhaps white can play a move like this first, and say, hey, you know, that's a nice side you have there. Can I use this as my anchor to come in? Can I go invade you now? And if black's like, no, it's mine.
Then you can.
You go, you know what? That's right. That's yours. That's your side. You're right. I was mistaken. We can also, if we're even more creative, we can look at things like this and say, hey, you got a weak group over here. Maybe you play this. If you're going to play this type of move, you probably extend once first, just so your shape isn't bad. And see what black does. Of course, if black pushes, you're just going to extend again. But these are all good exchanges for you because is black building points here?
No.
Not yet, and probably never. Are you building points here?
Possibly.
Very likely, because there's actually still a defect over here. And so even if you play just the most stupid Q move, to expose that defect. All right, so you play it again. That turns into points really easily, right? No thought required. And of course, there's more fancy ways to expose this defect and use it that are outside your vocabulary. So, and if black, of course, does something like, hey, I have friends over here.
You're like, great.
Right, you know, that's great. Let's see if you still have friends there a few moves from now. And so let's cause a little mischief over here, and then, if we get some sort of shape over there, we can just sort of cut the whole thing off. And black's just gonna have to run this group all the way across the board into another white group.
Fabulous.
Oh my god, yeah. So we don't like this. Not really, I mean, this is what you'd see in a Q game, right? This is a game. Like, it's not like the game's over. There's still a lot of complexity left. It's not as simple as I'm making it sound. But wouldn't it be nice if there was just a way we could, like, instead of having white run out ahead of us, if we could actually get out ahead of white? That'd just be amazing.
So Atari the other way.
So Atari the other way. So John's solution
That's even
Give
worse.
up. Give up.
is let's give white fifth line territory. Yeah.
Well, I was thinking I'd protect that cut there and then try to take some of the middle.
Here?
Yeah.
We still gave white fifth line territory, which I'm not enthused about.
Can you get more out of the middle here?
No.
You can get a lot more out of the side.
You can get something, if your reading has failed you and you can't see a good way, then knowing when to go up your stone is actually a really, really good idea and a valuable skill.
Say that again?
Like if you really can't read a good result for getting these two stones out, and you just give up, give yourself a go point. I know it's not the best solution. This is still a bad result for black, but at least you didn't overcommit to a dead group.
What's a go point?
I'm making that term up.
Like a pat.
A brownie point. Give yourself a pat in the back.
Point, okay.
Just give yourself a little
Good point.
a little nudge. It's like, yeah, I did something good.
Acknowledge failure when it stares you in the face.
That's right. Instead of just overcommitting to something that doesn't work. But I want to find something that does work. That's more interesting.
Tanuki.
Attached.
Just take points.
That's pretty big. Attached to something?
Yeah. Hey, we want to cause a little mischief, right? We're making Sabaki. We're making some flexible shapes. Let's make a mess. A lot of these moves are just basically make a mess on the go board. What do you want to try? Hey, that's a nice Sabaki move. Because what are you saying to white?
I'm gonna cut you in two.
Do you want this corner?
A little, yeah. It starts to put a lot of pressure on the corner, right? If white comes back over here,
I'm gonna just hang on top.
we can. I think this is
Either
actually
way,
better
yeah.
in this case.
Right, because you can then.
Right. So now, before notice when we made this shape, white actually had time to respond, but in this case, we got 2 moves to white's 1. Last time, white got 2 moves to our 1. So if white blocks,
Yeah, you can Atari.
yeah, we can Atari, and if white connects, we actually have some options. We might even be able to play this in this case.
Yeah.
We can also just play the outside and play very thickly and
Yeah.
actually try to build this.
Getting this point is too good. I mean,
It's actually a surprisingly helpful point.
that is the.
We might even be able to play something a little too creative for our own good. Might be a little too far. It involves some reading.
Is really good for it.
And this is good too, yes. I mean, any of these are possibilities. I don't know which one's best. I haven't thought about it. But squishing this white corner group while we make shape and get out, very good. So white says, you know what? I don't like any of that. Maybe I'm going to play this way.
Now you can.
And this way, I'm going to both help this and cut this. What do you do?
Stand.
Yeah, you go up. And what do you think white says?
Cut here?
White's like, hey, I'm going to eat your 2 stones.
Yeah.
Say
No.
Black.
So we looked at a couple of variations. So these are actually got really complicated. But black can either choose this or this. They're actually surprisingly different. I think this one's better, but I'm not 100% sure. And it's better because we have this ladder here. Right? White has to be very careful of getting Atari'd here. And so white can't actually cut this right away. Because we just die. Or we kill, I guess. So white has to find another move out here to protect this. But this isn't necessarily good. Because there's still this cut, there's still this extend. Like, this group actually can be made very weak very quickly. And meanwhile, what's happening to this corner? It's shrinking very fast. Imagine black gets a move there as well. It's like
Comes back and goes this way.
yeah. I mean anything over here, right? You're basically black's going to make a 35-point corner. If this crumbles anymore, if black gets any more free moves, because white has to defend the middle. So this did not go well for white. White can try to defend this.
Great.
Great. What do we do? You can still just do this. And you're saying, aha, but there's this cut. No, there isn't.
Just like we were.
Now it's like super bad.
Yeah, white just gets captured. So white can't cut there. If white comes back to defend something over here, I think black makes this exchange. And now what happens with this cut?
It's definitely not good.
It's useless.
No good. And maybe we can run this stone. And now how about these 3 white stones?
Danger.
Yeah, like, we have a fight. It's like a game. Maybe we don't do that yet. Maybe we, I don't know, build this over here or do something. Get a little bit stronger, and then we come back and fight. But the idea is we got this black group out, and we're actually kind of pushing white around, not the other way around. Instead of white corralling us, we're 1 move ahead. And that's what's cool about it. All right, one other problem though. Let's say your opponent really is just a jerk. And they're like, oh, I see what you're trying to do here. You know what? I'm willing to fight over here. This is my side, so you know what? I'm just gonna have you in there. Now what do we do?
Extend. Here.
Definitely not.
No.
That'll revert to the previous diagram.
This is where this problem actually becomes very similar to the last one we did in Spirit.
Don't you just run them together and separate?
Yeah.
Atari.
I say, hey, now we remember John wanted to Atari this way. It was brilliant. Now. This is the pushing to Suji.
I need to learn that.
White has to get out, otherwise white's going to get captured. And then ta-da! White has to play again, or otherwise it's Atari. So here or here.
Probably that's better.
This is probably better, but again it leaves this Aji.
It's bad. Yeah.
Let's assume that's better for a moment.
It's better because it leaves the.
I don't know what the next
lower
move
cut.
is. I don't know, but I kind of want to play something like this.
It's good.
I don't know if it's good.
I think with a tiger mouth, the next move will be fetching to live. So
Yes.
it will be like a connection to here and live down here.
Yes.
being a beyond.
And in the meantime, this is getting very dangerous for white, because if white doesn't play another follow-up move, once again, we can push it to that corner and take away eye space. And there's still Aji here, right? At some point, white will still need to deal with these stones. Otherwise, we'll risk having to save this group somehow. Okay? So anyway, the cool parts of this whole sequence. Is when you have this shape, get a little bit stronger over here. If white responds, then you can take this weakness and push it towards where you want to actually go anyway and get free stuff. All for the low price of 1 extra move. You can get ahead of the race out to the middle.
What happens if white just extends this way?
In response to this,
Yeah.
I think you're still honey.
And then you get. Oh.
This is fine.
We'll
So
just.
black just lives, yeah.
Yeah. White has no corner points now, and we just live. Acceptable.
Very much.
That's good.
All right, good. All right, I have 28 minutes left on the memory card and 27 minutes left on the battery. So,
It's cutting it close.
I know. We got 4 problems left.
Yeah.
All right, this one. So I saw Lucy doing this one earlier, and she was having a really hard time with it.
I didn't do this for.
And I kind of felt like this is one of the few problems here that a Q player would, or a double-digit Q player would do better at it than a single-digit Q player. So I want you guys to prove me right. This is my
I
hypothesis.
feel like you have to go.
You have to go there. You have to save those 4 stones. All right, let's play it out. Keep playing.
This seems too closely focused.
What's the next move? Okay, what's the next move?
What, keep
keeps coming out.
Yeah, white keeps definitely.
White might even be able to hunt in here.
Yeah. No.
Now what?
Squeeze.
You want to do that?
It's not beneficial.
Okay. So now white.
Block.
Jonathan's being all fancy like. Yep. Kill it.
Squeeze.
Kill. Now what?
You gotta take
Give it up. Actually,
You gotta take care of the bottom, no?
That
Yeah.
doesn't look safe.
it
You
doesn't
gotta
look safe.
descend, yeah. And then now there's badness of it.
Just keep going.
But you can't capture that.
Yeah,
Just keep going.
Haha.
it doesn't even work.
Can you make life? No.
No, it's pretty.
You're fine.
It's fine.
It's fine-ish.
Just gotta live. Just gotta live. Whatever.
Just gotta live. All right. White plays this.
Oh my.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
It is weird. Ignore this. Just ignore
Don't
this.
do that. I mean, that's not the way to...
So that wasn't.
This is not the solution, guys. Not the solution.
Very awkward.
There's two groups.
Because number one, it looks like we made a few points here, but I bet white made just as many and probably about 5 more over here.
Yeah.
Not counting what's about to happen here. Right? Of course, if black just gives up this stone, we can expect maybe 10 more points here.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, how's the life of these 4 stones?
They need help.
They're not great. They're not really sure what we're doing yet. Ideally, if we got thickness over here, that might be really useful to come over here and attack this kind of thing.
And build.
Yeah, we could attack this and build this, and that'd be great. But that's very hard to do when these are also weak. And yeah, let's go back. Let's just pretend
Nothing happened.
this was all
A dream. Nothing
a
happened.
dream.
Absolutely, the time for this problem.
Yeah. All right.
Oh,
so this move.
This, yeah.
Yeah, it's like...
Thank you. Yep. This move, it commits us really hard to this group, and that's sort of the problem with it, is that we don't necessarily want to be that committed. And in fact, how important are these stones right now?
They're holding the corner.
Partially.
They're not holding anything.
No, they're not important at all.
It seems like if you just totally give them up,
Only thing they're cutting is this one stone.
if you give them up totally, white's got a good strong bastion in there.
Oh, so you force them to make a wall.
Like he has to keep going.
Yeah.
But now she doesn't have to.
Here's another one.
No.
Wait, she doesn't need to do this?
Oh,
Oh, yeah, she does. Never mind.
If you don't,
Yeah, she does.
Unless you, for
Sorry.
you have Steve.
Yeah, because you can't...
has to play
start
here.
that way, right?
and then we have the snapback.
Yeah.
Capture, recapture. It's forced. It's forced. So white needs to play again. All right, now we have the wall here. How many points did that cost us? That's worse.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, that's
Just the
you
black
lose
ones.
points by playing like
Yeah,
that.
this is better because now you can also affect this over here. And this is your point. Assuming these are dead, these are all your points anyway, so you're playing your own. But now we have Sente again, so we can maybe come back over here. And where is this white group going to go?
Towards your black wall.
Hey, we have a wall now. And if this white group really just does have to like run out,
Yeah, let me make a block over there.
yeah, maybe we can play here. And white's like, don't mind me, I'm just gonna run. You go, you know what? I like you, you run.
The wall does feel really awkward, though.
It does feel awkward, but what did it cost us?
Nothing.
No, it cost us
12 points. 12
Oh,
points.
yeah.
yeah, maybe 10 to 12 points.
13, yeah.
Maybe 10 to 12 points for this wall.
Probably worth more than 12.
Yeah, is this, I don't think this is a problem. I think we're gonna get 12 points of value out of that wall.
I actually kind of like this too. To think about.
John's wanted, well, we have 21 minutes left.
That's on pace.
Okay, anyway, here, final thoughts.
Give it up.
Give it up. And so Lucy was like trying to struggle and read, and she's a stronger single-digit Q. And I was like, you know what? I bet a double-digit Q player could just figure out that this is garbage. You should not try to save it. but maybe you did.
Yeah, but
Okay.
GQ players usually don't make the sacrifice stone.
You want to see
I know,
how
that's true.
this
But maybe,
happened?
Yeah.
don't want to see how this happened? Sure.
So,
Oh,
black
So interesting.
oh.
approaches high, white pincers,
Mm-hmm.
black attaches, white pushes up, black, and then white cuts.
Hey, Joseki.
White shouldn't, I mean, this is kind of messy for,
This is Joseki.
okay. So what does black want to do? Obviously, black wants to cut here.
Black
but it
wants to play
doesn't work.
Joseki. Black would cutting there would be great.
But that would be bad.
That would be
It
bad.
doesn't work, because
Why? Yep. Play
black
it out.
can't capture this.
Good. Well, it's single Atari, but then the follow-up is right. Atari
Another Atari.
and Atari.
Ah,
No good.
bad. But there's something you can play that makes it work.
You want to try? Yeah. If white blocks,
Now,
because white's a dumbass, doesn't see what's happening. Now what? White cannot block here. No, no, no. That's well. All right. Let's try it. Let's try your way.
Yeah,
Let me see.
Isn't there a ladder?
No, that's fine.
Can you play it? Yeah, this is okay.
It's good.
It takes
Is
pressure.
this a good exchange though?
I'm not.
I don't think this is a good exchange.
No,
I think it's good.
I think it's good enough. I think it gets you what you want. But you actually don't need to play this stone to get everything you want.
Okay.
So here, try it your way. Well, here, show me your sequence.
Oh, me?
Yep, and then I'll show you that you actually don't need that stone.
I couldn't remember if I had cut there or.
Yep.
what
Then this
still
your
works.
stone works. Your stone works. This
Okay.
works.
So now you're gonna extend.
Oh, this is not what I was thinking.
Well, can
Yeah,
I
white
just?
just.
I don't think you can
captures now.
extend.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you can extend.
That's
Yeah.
too painful.
So here, if you're gonna do this, you still need to come back.
Yeah.
Right. So because the point
Yes.
is black wants to cut here.
Yes.
So without this, now this works.
Yeah. No. It works with it too.
Well, yeah, it works with it.
Just show with it. Show with it.
Yeah.
Go with it. Okay.
All right, and then we'll show
This is not-
without it.
Not typical.
Not typical.
Well, Christian is not very typical. He's wearing a pirate's hat.
I'm a Mariners fan though.
Sure.
I think black should
Should
have
take
played
this first.
because white could have had that as a center.
That's true.
Yeah, that's
true. Yeah.
Now,
White has to extend.
yeah. So now come back.
Black
and
has
Now
capture.
you
to
can capture.
Yeah.
So this is a magical move that allows black to capture these two stones. But
Wait, which one's magical?
This.
This Atari.
You don't need that.
No, this one
Yeah,
is what
I
because it
understand.
takes
Okay,
away
yeah.
one extra liberty from this group that makes it capturable.
Yes.
Because
So-
now this cut, like if black
Yes.
can capture this,
It's still
so white would have to do something
exactly.
So white gives up these two or these two.
White's dying somewhere.
somewhere.
Yes. And so that's why in the Joseki, let's go back. When we are here,
Some concerns there.
there's one more stone. When black plays here, white just has to come back and deal with that stone.
White can't block.
And we can go one. But then at this point, we usually just play here. And we can net. No, we can't net.
No.
Sorry. Joseki?
Actually, should white just throw
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the stone?
Yeah, this is, I don't remember this Joseki.
Right.
Because this leaves really bad Aji for black.
Yeah,
Black
right. It
has
leaves
cutting
that.
point.
Leaves
kind of
Aji for
point. So
white,
now black
yeah.
has to defend.
I don't think this is right.
Now you can net.
I mean, black still.
I don't think this is right.
I'll look it up.
Okay. All right. Lucy will correct us on Joseki. But this is still. I would say this is actually still reasonable, even if this isn't the correct Joseki. Like the shape is
Not terrible.
not bad. Yeah. Black gets a little. White gets a thickness in the outside. Black gets a corner in the side, and white gets sente. So pretty reasonable.
Bad. Okay, so this is the push-up one, right? Cut.
Yeah.
So Joseki is
Here.
black does take that, and then black extends. Sorry, and then you do this. Yeah. And then now there's some choices. There's extending this way.
Oh, I don't know this one. Isn't this a move?
There's also this one.
Yeah, this is the
so
one
you
I
want to
read
look
a
at that
long time
one.
ago. Yeah.
So if that one, then white just has to push, and then now if you cut, obviously,
Oh.
you capture.
Yeah.
But if so, then white can only play this when the ladder is good.
Yeah. Anyway, but we have a time
This
limit.
requires
Anyway,
a
yeah.
favorable ladder.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. Magic move, Hane underneath. That's often like a common Sabaki Tetsuji, just Hane underneath. Hane underneath. Okay, actually, I want to save this one for, no, it doesn't matter. They're both good. All right, we got,
Favorite class ever.
yeah?
Yeah.
Doing Sabaki problems?
This is fun.
Oh, good. That means Lucy likes the challenging, painful problems, and we must do them more often. That's all that means. Okay, what's going on this board?
There's a double, like a low pincer and a double, like approach Joseki.
Okay, there was a Joseki played.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Good. What else is going on?
So now black is invaded in this white group, and
Yeah.
white has covered, and black's gonna try to use this stone to do something over here. I think is the.
Yes, we have these two weak black stones. Wouldn't it be cool if there was a way for them to sort of make a Sabaki?
Yes.
Okay, how do we do it?
So. This is something I tried that doesn't work. Is.
All right, show me why it doesn't work.
Because I think is the sequence that if white simply just takes the outside and then connects, I guess white would have to.
Let's see, white.
All right, that's a standard
And then
connection.
if-
Yes,
Black tries to do something.
Yeah.
yes. There's a big problem here for
Yes,
black.
because black can't actually come and kill this before getting destroyed. I think.
Yeah, black needs to live, and white has resources with this Atari and this Descend to get extra liberties and time
yeah,
in the
so
corner.
here I would capture.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
But then, yeah.
But there's basically lots of options for white in the corner, so it doesn't help.
So it's very close to working, but there's a much actual simpler answer that looks more complicated, but it's actually simpler
Okay.
because it doesn't revert to this giant life and death corner problem. Yeah, just cut this side. No, that is not there. Thank you. Yeah, cut this side. If white realizes that something is up and just comes back and blocks, we can actually
Or
Atari.
take a target.
And let's connect. And these three stones look like they're kind of in the middle of white's influence, but they're not. Well, they are, but not really. Because why?
White's too thin.
Yeah, this thickness is not very strong. There's no eye shape yet. This stone is too close to the wall, right? This would be better. This would be a lot more daunting for black if white had this in place.
But they don't.
They don't. So these three, well, now four stones are actually quite strong and actually really hard for white to attack, and especially attack and profit because this is so weak. Furthermore, there is some good endgame later here too. When black does get this sealed in, this Hane can be very much a nuisance later. Because later on, the stone will be able to descend. That's not very cool. So this would be okay. But let's assume white says, oh, I don't want to give black a group in here that splits me into two. So I cut you, that's right. Now what happens?
Atari.
Which one?
Anyone.
Incorrect.
Well,
Single stone.
Yes. Okay, next.
Yes, yes, do it, do it.
Yes. So it looks like there's a cut here, right?
gotcha.
No cut, yes.
Oh, nice.
White takes, black takes. Now white corner in trouble. So white won't be able to do that. If white wants to save these two stones, white has to do something like this. And at this point, black can either connect and save the Aji, but black should probably just take this because this is going to be very large. Well, it might, I don't know. You might say this helps out white. I don't know. I haven't thought about this far
Well, I mean, you're getting a lot.
of the problem. And then come back and connect. And later on, black should also take this peep if there's timing for it. And again, we split into white. Right now, this is still okay. But these three white stones actually have shorter number of liberties than it looks like. Just
Yes, squeeze later.
right, because black can always gain one more here. So it's very hard for white to actually do anything damaging to this cut because there's a liberty problem. So black's just out and building the middle.
That's nice.
And we split white. Yeah. Very nice. So very simple, right? Just take the cut and then everything else flows very nicely. Okay, last problem. All right, what's going on this board?
Just trying to invade over here.
It looks like black is trying to do something.
And white has a weak group. Ish.
It's a little weak, yeah.
Make it stronger, Nick.
I don't want to make it, well, it's black to play. So it looks like black just came in this side of the board. White responded, and black's like, hey, can I come under there? And white's like, no. Why wouldn't white play this side? And just cut that stone off.
Because it can be cut itself.
Nick, was this here? Like this?
I don't know.
It feels weird.
Oh, was there?
It was not there. This was not here?
Correct.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you,
yeah,
thank you.
yep.
Thank you.
So why would white not cut this way when black asks to come under?
Because this cut seems good for
But why?
Black can
You
get
get the outside
sentence
free.
changes.
Yeah, if white plays this way,
and
and if white takes, we get another free Atari. If white blocks, we get another free Atari. So it doesn't, we just get more free stuff. If we take, black can probably play just a move like this, and this is probably just good enough. And remember how we sort of have a quasi-weak white group over here? Well, now we have actually a lot more thickness. We have a lot more ways to gain from that, to profit from that. So white didn't want that to happen. So white said, you know what? All that where you get some outside thickness, I'm not a fan of. So I'm just going to back off. Show me how you make shape. So now the entire burden's on black.
still like the outside attachment.
You like this one? Yeah?
Even though you said it wasn't great.
Two choices. If we're concerned about the outside, we play this one. What do you do now?
Just butt it.
Like here? White plays here.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Just jump out.
White might play here first, actually.
This might get too much.
What about crosscut?
Not a crosscut.
So we can play this way. It's not what the book says to do.
Take the Are you gonna take
Can I take this?
It's free.
Sometimes free doesn't mean free, Mark.
It's really good to be able to go all the way down. Like,
That's an interesting move. That's actually very interesting.
I think it's kind of painful for white.
Let me get some more
Unless
white
white plays
stones.
the code.
So white's gotta take that.
No,
Well, white can think
white
of
doesn't have to take this at all.
White's
kill the
gonna-
whole thing.
I see.
I'm not sure this is better or not, but white can non-compromise.
This is good. White's gonna die.
What? What are you talking about?
I think that's okay.
That's okay though.
I mean, I
Yeah,
get
that's-
this
that's a
center
good
and
result.
that center, and this group is weak. Every time I cut, it will be a
Yeah,
code
yeah.
thread.
Well, you don't necessarily get this sente because this is co.
Yeah. I have code
Yeah.
threads.
Okay.
You have.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
But I don't know.
Yeah,
Cross
no,
cut dodge is terrible. For
All right. That's interesting. That's interesting. That's not what book says.
How about
Oh wait. Go back to that. Let's go back to this. 'Cause
the other
I want to look at. Hold on. Another extension
is
though.
budding.
So, we just play here.
Really?
Wait, you
Sorry.
can't.
I was like, good move. I wish I could do that.
That was like immersive.
All right. Yeah, no, 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 let's do it. No, okay. All right. I renege. This is terrible.
Well, no, I think
I don't know. The
that's
dodge
interesting.
is really bad.
The crosscut's interesting. All right. That's not what the book
But it
says.
doesn't matter.
But good job.
What about
You get a go point. Courtesy of Mark. He actually stole his go point.
he
He wasn't hanging on to it very
Well, how about if we just try to make a base?
Too small.
Are we alive?
If you pull back.
Are we alive?
One eye.
One eye out.
We definitely have one eye,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but
Yeah, one eye.
How about now if you attach outside? Like, instead of pulling back, attach on here.
I'll play your move now.
Yeah.
You just really want this move.
I mean, you want the outside, and then you can come over.
But the problem is we
Now it's
got the outside, but white also got the move on the outside, and so we're getting like this theoretical wall we're going to make here is getting pushed further and further back.
Okay. Is
It
this
sort of
where
looked
you
like
ask?
Black was trying to make an outpost and they got white passed.
Hmm?
It sort of looks like Black was trying to make an outpost, but they got white passed.
Yeah,
White
right.
just
White just went around it. Yep.
Yeah.
This is the book move.
Really?
That's the book.
And actually, if white tries to take away this now you cross cut on this side.
And if one just extends?
Here?
Or,
Up?
yeah.
You take this one.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
now it's really cramped
Yeah.
in the corner.
And you might be able to
More space.
get away
Yeah,
with blocking this one.
That's great.
Cool.
And this shape is actually not very
It's bad.
good.
No, it's not.
This is very, very painful for white. How does white defend against this move?
If
Cannot.
You descend.
You can't. You can't.
Descend would be a
You
good
just can't.
Can't do it.
All right. How's your shape, white?
move. Not good.
You made a stick. You had a corner, and now you have a stick
With no eyes.
with no eyes. It's a good stick.
White probably just wants to make a tiger's mouth and then win. What?
Huh? Tiger's mouth? What?
From underneath is the best for white then.
Later.
Yeah.
Here?
Oh no. As in
That doesn't work.
when the attachment happened,
Oh.
white's best response is behind.
Yeah, this.
No standing.
Here. Here.
It's so
All right, and then cross cut. So Hane, cross cut. Now what?
Extended.
Whoa, you are dangerous. You are so dangerous. So you can extend here if you don't like your corner.
I know. Yeah.
You do not like your corner. Can I play anything first? Not really.
So yeah, white gave up the corner.
This is,
White has to kill everything.
and yeah.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
bad.
Has to kill.
I don't think it is great.
I mean,
It's
What happens to those three black stones
It's
though?
bad.
like this is possible
better than the previous solution.
for white.
When white had like that stick with.
Oh, it's better than stick. Yeah, it's better than stick. Stick was bad.
This, at least white's getting something.
White did get something, yes.
points.
Although it's not black connect. Oh, white does have to play a move.
White can't kill black. There's
Yeah,
no easy way.
It's hard.
Because black also made this really nice exchange ahead of time as well. So it's bad for white.
So anyway, book says attach here. Right? If you just make a base, it's too slow. White will just outrace you. But if you attach, you can make a Sabaki shape over here. And again, we still have this one too. So if white just insists, I'm going to play as strong as possible. I'll show you that example. Here, and you attach. And white says no. Actually, let's say white says no. That's probably better.
Then what is my corner?
I'm starting to like that idea, but I also wouldn't mind just doing something like this.
Yeah. I was thinking of that.
You might even be able to ask another move first, but I think you need to make some sort of shape here. And even though we don't necessarily have the best base in the world, I don't know, I feel we have white sealed
Kind
in.
of connected.
We have some sort of wall thing going next to white's weak group, and that's what we like. And we really didn't pay very much for it, right? Because white doesn't even really have an attack on this stone yet. White, I mean, we paid not, this is basically, with the exception of this move, this is all forcing, forcing stuff. And it could be worth points, right? Could be worth a lot of points. All right, so anyway, this was our little Sabaki workshop. I know these problems were a little bit again, above your level, and they covered, you know, shape making in a wide variety of circumstances. But again, this is how Go works, right? And when you sort of see this ebb and flow and like, oh, I want this, so I should do this thing over here, and then I'll come over here and do this thing. You start to put together these sort of mid-game sequences. You start to become a real Go player.
That'd be cool.
That'd be very cool. Be very, very cool.
Thank you, Nick.
So yeah, so anyway, we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Happy President's Day.
Thank you, Nick.
Yep, and hey, we didn't run out of battery. Oh my God, it says 1 minute left and the battery's blinking red. We made it.
Good job.
All right, thanks guys.
Yeah.